Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my June perfume tray. Let's start by doing a recap of how things went with the fragrances I chose for May. Let's start with this Prada Paradox. This is the original version. I actually did wear this a few times. You can't really see the dip. I feel like because the top and the way it's angled, but there is a dip. I did make a little bit of a dent. This is a really nice, juicy, fruity. I think there's pear and some citrus notes in the opening, white floral, orange blossom. It's really nice. It's easy to wear. It's an easy reach. It smells good. The performance isn't like the best. It doesn't last absolutely all day, but I can still smell it on my skin at the end of the day if I put my arm to my nose. I did enjoy this. I think this is great for spring. I don't know how it would do in like hot summer, but I didn't have any problems with it wearing it while it was warmer, and I did enjoy it. I'm not sure this would be a repurchase for me once I go through it, but I enjoy having it in my collection for now. The next one, let's talk about the epic fail. This is Floral Botanica by Balenciaga. I didn't wear this once. I actually picked it up a couple times, sniffed it. Oh, see, now it smells great. And it never smelled bad. I just would smell it and be like, no, that's not what I'm in the mood for. So maybe I will revisit it again next month and try it again. This is a very fresh, minty, floral rose fragrance. It's very strong for the scent profile. It's a very strong, long-lasting, good projecting fragrance. And I don't remember it being like super cloying in warm weather. So maybe I will try it again in July and see how it goes. I guess I just wasn't in the mood for it this month or this past month because I really was wanting things that were a little bit lighter. Let's go to Clean Reserve Skin. I put a pretty good dent in that. I reached for this one quite a bit. This was one of my most worn. Was it my most worn? No, this was definitely my most worn fragrance for the month of May. It's musky. There's a little bit of a floral vibe to it. There's, I think, tonka bean, there's suede, there's maybe praline, there's salt. So it does smell like a sexy skin musk fragrance, and it's great for, again, an easy throw on. It's great for any weather, any season, anytime you just want to smell good but not have something too in your face, a little more subdued. So I will continue to reach for this, all the time, but I'm glad I put it on the tray so I actually got a good chunk of use out of it. The next one that was on my tray, I did a perfume haul with this, I want to say a month or two ago, is Maison Crivelli Hibiscus Mahajad. So this has hibiscus. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Hibiscus, rose, mint. I can't remember what the other notes are in here now, but this smells incredible. I wore this a few times, not a lot, but I wore it a few times this month, and I'm so glad I decided to get a bottle. I had a little sample that I spent a long time going through. It was a love at first sniff, but just the price tag on this. This is the 50 ml, and I think it retails for $290 these days. So I didn't want to spend that much money, so I waited until I found a pretty good discount on it and then went ahead and made the purchase. And I'm so glad to have this in my collection. It is a great, beautiful, fresh, fruity, tropical, floral fragrance scent that I think you can wear year round, but is fantastic for warmer weather and maybe a little tropical vacation. Then the next one I had on my tray was Love Extreme by Kilian. This was a birthday gift that I received. I only wore this a couple of times because what I've noticed with Kilian fragrances is, get them, spray them, and then let them sit, and they get so much better. They become stronger, smoother, just more well-rounded. So this is a nice version of the original. It has additional rose and pomegranate, and maybe another note in there that kind of just punches it up. It makes it a little bit brighter, a little bit more airy. It's still sweet, right? It's still a very sweet fragrance, but it's a fresher version of that sweet fragrance. So I find them to be very, very similar, but I do pick up the very distinct difference of the additional rose and pomegranate note in this. I'm very glad to have it in my collection. I do not recommend it at full price. I think it is highly, highly overpriced. There was a sale back in March. I can't remember exactly where it was purchased from because it was a gift to me, but I think it was on sale for like $200, which still a lot, but definitely better than I think the $370 or something it's going for. Don't spend that. Just wait until you can find it for like in the low 200s. But this was nice. I wore it a couple of times, and I will revisit it after it's had a chance to chill for a bit. Then I have Louis Vuitton City of Stars. There's a little dent in there. I actually wore this quite a bit, and I will continue to wear it. It's interesting how it changes day to day. So when I first sampled this, I went to the mall, tried it on, right? I got that blast of all the different citrus notes, which I love. I love citrus fragrances. But then as it dried down, the tiare flower and the powdery notes really came forward, and it was just this sweet, soft, white floral, slightly citrus fragrance. And sometimes I get that, and then sometimes all I get is just a strong citrus scent throughout the day. I do think it's unisex, but some days it leans feminine. Most days it leans a little bit more masculine, but it's definitely unisex. I think anybody that likes a lot of citrus notes would like this fragrance. The longevity is fine. I think it's gotten better since I received it. But yeah, I'm glad to have this in my collection. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but because the bottles are refillable, I might do that if I ever do manage to use it up. And let's move on to the next one, because I actually layered it quite a bit with the Atelier Cologne Clementine California. And I put a more of a dent in this one. I wore this one also quite a bit. I finally started going to the gym more regularly, so this was one of the fragrances that I would wear. And one day I threw this on and was just around the house, and then thought, oh, citrus and citrus, let's give that a try. And I actually really enjoyed that combination. Clementine California it's citrus, but it's a smoother, softer citrus than City of Stars. They're different. They don't smell the same. They're both unisex, but this one to me, it just seems a little softer, probably because it doesn't have those blood orange and blood mandarin notes in there. So because of all the citrus, they blend well together. So you get the nice woody notes from here, like the vetiver, and I don't think there's juniper in here, but there's some other notes in here that I really do enjoy. And it mixed so well with all the citrus and then the white floral and powdery notes from City of Stars. So if you have both of those, give them a mix and see how you like it. I'm going to continue to wear that combo throughout the summer. And the last one was Safanad by Parfums de Marly. I got a couple of wears out of this. I really enjoy this fragrance. It's got pear, orange blossom, I think vanilla, violet. There's some type of purple floral in there that gives it this very soft, delicate, powdery vibe to it. It's really beautiful. I really enjoy it, and I'm noticing that the longer it sits, the better the performance gets. When it's fresh, it's a little fleeting sometimes, but it's gotten better. So I wore this a couple of times, enjoyed it. It's a very beautiful fragrance from the house, and I'm really glad to have it in my collection. Okay, so for June, let's start with, I've got two little travel sprays from Scentbox here. So these are both from Byredo, and this one is Gypsy water, I think. Yes. So this is how much I have in here, and I just kind of want to use it up. Right? I keep forgetting about them. It's so easy to forget about the travels. And this was one, like, when I wear it, when I've worn it before, I either didn't smell much. Like, it smelled okay. There was like lemon. It was like lemon water. And I didn't get much, but I was thinking maybe it was too cold. I've tried it in warmer weather, and it was okay. One day I wore it, and it smelled fantastic. I've never gotten it to smell like that again, which is really unfortunate, because if it smelled like that all the time, I would already have a full bottle. So it is a nice, easy, light, kind of fresh fragrance for warmer weather. So I'm going to put it on the tray and I'm going to finish it up in June. The other one from Byredo is Bal d'Afrique, and this is how much I have in this one. This one, and I'm not going to say the same situation as this one. Bal d'Afrique is definitely has more notes. It's more complex. There's more of a structure to it. There's a lot of florals. There's a purple floral in there. I can smell it. And it's got the citrus notes in the opening, and there might be some woody notes in the base. So I remember smelling it and being excited because of all the hype that I've heard around it. I just wasn't impressed. So I've tried it a few times, and it always smelled nice, but never like, what is everybody getting that I'm not getting? So I'm throwing it on the tray. Again, it smells good. I'm happy to wear it in June. So I'm going to throw it on the tray and just finish up the travels, move those out of the, declutter those little things out of my collection and move on with my life. They both smell good. I just forget that I have them because they're the little travels. The next one I have here is Giorgio Armani Aqua di Gioia. I believe this is a 30 ml bottle. This is almost gone. I love this fragrance. It's citrus. I think it's lemon. There's mint. There's brown sugar. I believe there's some woody notes in there. This is a fantastic fragrance for hot weather. It is so refreshing. It smells like a mojito, but a non-boozy version of a mojito. It makes you think of summertime. The only thing I do not like about this fragrance is the performance. It does not last long at all, which is unfortunate because it smells so good. So I don't think this is even going to last through June because I have to overspray it, and then if I want to smell it again later in the day, I have to respray. But it smells so good. So I'm mad at that, but not mad enough to turn my nose up at the fragrance. It's fantastic for spring and summertime. Also great for the gym because it lasts such a short time. Spritz it on, smell fresh and clean and fantastic. You work out, you come home, you shower, and you're not upset that you washed something off because it would have been gone in a little bit of more time anyway. Let's move on to the next one. This is Juliette Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. Look at that bottle. It's gorgeous. It looks like the beach to me, right? The sand and then the ocean. So this is a salty vanilla fragrance. Something in there smells a little bit like a pecan sandy or almond cookie or something. It doesn't smell nutty, but it reminds me of one of those types of cookies. So I bought this a while ago. I think I actually got it in one of those like Sephora favorites with the perfume samples and you can redeem it. I think that's how I got this one. And there is a dent in there. I wore it quite a bit when I first got it. And then I stopped wearing it after I purchased Blue Turquoise from Armani Privé because that is also a salty vanilla. But I just love that one so much more that I wasn't reaching for this one. So I'm actually thinking of decluttering this. So I wanted to wear it again during the summer and see if not just that they're different enough to justify keeping this one, but that I actually still enjoy it. Because again, when I'm thinking salty vanilla, I start leaning towards the Armani one. And I remember really enjoying this one, but I haven't reached for it in so long. So this is on the chopping block, but summertime I thought would be a great time to test it and just really get to know it better and see how I feel about it and see if it gets to stay. I have a body splash next. Body splash? Yeah, I think it's body splash is what you call it. This is from Sol de Janeiro. This is the Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 68. This is the one everyone compares to BR 540, which to me, it does not smell like that at all. The only thing that they have similar is that light, airy, sugary type of vibe. But this has dragon fruit in it and something else. It's a fruity, sweeter version, I guess. But this is great for summertime. And it's great. It layers with so many different things. And I have layered it with BR 540, and I love that combination. But this is such an easy reach in the summertime. You get up, you want to go to the gym, spritz this on, throw it in your bag, take it with you. Great for the summertime, light, airy, beautiful. I've got the big bottle here. We'll see how much of that I get through, but that is something I tend to reach for in the summertime since it came out. I really, really enjoy it. This is the big bottle. I think like 8.5 fluid ounces. Oh, just 8 ounces. Yeah, it's huge. But I say if you can get it on sale at Sephora, it's great. Or you can join like the rewards program on the Sol de Janeiro website itself. And I think it's like called their passport program or something. And it's great. You rack up points and you can use it towards getting money off of other products. The next two I'm going to be talking about are also fragrances that I'm going to keep on my tray all summer long. This will be on my tray all summer long, June, July, August, a little bit into September. And the next two, the same. These are ones that I just cannot wait till it warms up so I can reach for more often. The first one is Valentino. This is the Donna Coral Fantasy Flanker. I love this perfume. It has kiwi and orange in the opening. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. The opening is just so juicy, so fruity, and a little tropical because of that kiwi vibe. Then there's, I believe, the jasmine. I think all of the Born in Roma line have the jasmine notes in there. And then there's musk and maybe some woody notes. The performance on this is not fantastic, right? It's a citrus fragrance. It tends to fade after a few hours. I don't have a huge problem with that. I think it has gotten better since I've had this bottle for a little bit. Just overspray it and don't pay full price for it though. I love this fragrance. It's like battling the original for my number one spot, like favorite, but just because it doesn't last as long as the original, to me that kind of takes the value away from it. I shouldn't have to spray twice as much for the fragrance from the same line. But I love this one. It makes me so happy whenever I put it on, and I cannot stop smelling myself. So I am definitely, in fact, I'm trying to think, maybe I'll wear that today. We'll see. The other one is from Parfums de Marly, and this is Delina La Rosee. This is, I have decided, my favorite flanker of the three. I have this one and I have the exclusive. I don't have the full bottle of the original one. It's just not my favorite, but I do really like it. It is a beautiful fragrance. But the La Rosee version is just more my style. I like fresh, citrus, musky fragrances more than I like anything else, apparently. And this is just it. You still get the Delina DNA. There's lychee and pear in this one, so it's got a nice fruity, juicy opening. Not as tart as the original. Then there's some, I believe there might be some peony. There's the rose, obviously. There's watery notes that make it very aquatic, which I love for the heat. And then you get the musk and the woody notes in the base. It's a beautiful fragrance. The performance, in my opinion, is just as good as the other two. It's just a different type of performance. The original one is just, blasting in your face. It's loud, it's potent, it's beautiful, but it might be too aggressive in the summer. The exclusive is really powdery, deeper, more sensual version of the fragrance that I love for cooler weather and in the evenings. And the La Rosee is what I kind of want to wear all the time because I think it's great for most weathers, maybe not super cold winters, but especially spring, summer, fall. I love that one. So I'm excited to reach for it more. I kind of wear it throughout the year a little bit, but I definitely reach for it a lot more during the summer. And it's gotten hot here. We are now in the low triple digits over here, so it's time. And the last one going into my tray is by Initio, and this is Musk Therapy. This is a very beautiful fragrance, and this is one that kind of, it wasn't love at first sniff, but it grew into a love on the first wear. So there is blackberry, is it blackberry? Black currant, I think. Maybe some, what is that citrus note that I can't think of? Bergamot. There's like two different types of musk and maybe some woody notes in the base. So the first time I spritz this on, I was like, okay, that's nice, but what is everybody talking about and buzzing about with this. It's not that deep. It's not that good. I don't get it. But this is one that you have to just let it sit on your skin, let it develop, let it mix with your body chemistry, and it gets better and better after hour after hour as you wear it. It just starts to smell so good, so intoxicating. You're going to want to just be smelling yourself all day. It's beautiful, it's clean, it's fresh. It's not soapy, in my opinion, at all. Classy, elegant, sophisticated, great for that clean girl aesthetic that people like to go for. So to me, it makes a perfect signature scent, but also if you're looking for something just lighter and breezier to wear, sort of, perfect for spring, summer, and into fall. So I'm excited because I don't really think about this one as much in the wintertime, but as soon as it starts to warm up and I need my freshies, this is one of the ones that I'm really excited to reach for. Okay, so here is my fragrance tray for the month of June. If you have any recommendations for me, please leave them down in the comments below. I always appreciate them. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.